Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel Brook Valley Life, or hello for the first time. Today it's the end of the year. It's another year gone, and in this video I just want to go through what we've accomplished this year. It's been a good year, had its ups and downs, so stay with me. Let's go and have a look and see what we've done. So hi to everyone, hope you had a great Christmas, got all your archery gifts that you wanted, and yeah, had a great time, been merry and all that type of thing. New Year's coming up pretty soon. Yeah, and I just wanted to give some feedback about what I've done this year, what's happened, and how I think it went. So we started off the beginning of the year here in New Zealand, beautiful weather. Yeah, nice and warm, bit of training. I had my first competition in 5 years, and that was the New Zealand Masters Games down in Dunedin here in New Zealand, South Island, quite a way south. So yeah, trained beginning of January, went up, and it was about beginning to mid-February when it took place. And as I said, I was training in some nice warm weather, 30 degrees plus, and got down there and the weather decided not to play ball. And it was bloody cold, windy, rainy, horrible. And when we say cold, we're talking 2 degrees C. So what's that, 36 possibly Fahrenheit for all those who use the old system. And yeah, it was hard work. My body just shut down, didn't like the cold. However, my shooting, I was shooting my old form and didn't go as well as I wanted to, but I still came away with a gold and a silver medal. Really enjoyed myself, met some new friends, met some old friends. After 5 years, fantastic. So yeah, great start to the year. Hey. Carried on doing some videos, doing some reviews, that type of thing on risers, just shooting, just normal, thinking everything was good, trying to get bow fit again. And I put in to do our local winter postal, because remember, we're opposite to the Northern Hemisphere here. So when you're in summer, we're in winter. And I think it started May, June, July, August, September. I think there were 5 shoots. And yeah, shot that. That was our winter postal, and I managed to come away with a win. It's 18 meters. It's supposed to be indoors, but it's 18 meters, 40 centimeter target, so the smallest target, and there were different shoots we did, but all on the same distance and size targets. So yeah, I managed to shoot pretty well, and yeah, got a win in the Masters division. During that time, I put down to shoot in another competition in October. So I put in for that. That was the Labour weekend, and that was the Neroli Fair Hall. I've most probably butchered the name, so I'm sorry. However, from the beginning of the year, I've been shooting, or I was shooting Nika ET11 Pro Toss riser with N3 limbs at 36 pound, and I was shooting some Pandara size points. Setup was okay. I hadn't really tuned properly, but everything was flying nice, so it was all good. However, going into the year, Nika put out they wanted some brand ambassadors, stuff like that, so I put in for it and managed to get it. So my archery was now supported, not sponsored, supported by Nika Archery. Great company. I deal with a young lady called Kelly Yin. Yeah, fantastic. Have no issues there. I've spoken to some other people as well. Brilliant company, good equipment, budget equipment. They do have some expensive stuff as well. And I've found that everything's been really good so far. Excuse me. So yeah, I managed to get the ET15A, I think it is, Stellar riser. That was their new riser at the time. It had inbuilt dampers. Yeah, just a really good riser. I got some N3 Pro limbs at £36 as well. A lot smoother to draw even than the N3s, and the N3s were like my Yukas. So you can see how good they are. It is their top of the range, or it was their top of the range bow setup at the time. And everything was great. I set that up, and that was my outdoor bow, and my ET11 was my indoor bow. So Nika, supporting the channel, not sponsoring, supporting the channel, and I was doing reviews on the stuff as I got it as well. Now the thing is, because they were only supporting the channel and not sponsoring, they weren't giving me any money. So when I reviewed the stuff, yeah, I said what I thought. Yep, I like their equipment, simple as that. I don't care if they're Chinese, I don't care if they're American, European. If it's good and it's budget, I'll get it and I'll test it. Excuse me. Sorry, got a bit of hay fever today. It's been raining outside and it swells the pollen and it really screws with me. So Nika, great setup, and I've had no issues, and I've changed onto their arrows as well. The Ian Aero arrows from Elon, and they're 3.2mm internal diameter, and I've got them at 800 and 700 spine. I shoot them for both bows. Brilliant. Oh, my indoor bow, the ET11, I'm shooting at £30 as well. That's the equipment I've been using. Now, we did the postal, I won that. Then I started training quite hard for this October shoot. Still doing my normal videos, the budget reviews, stuff like that. And I was looking at stabilizers. I wanted to get a thin set of stabilizers as well. Now, I'd seen the Avalon Tech X Max stabilizers, 13mm diameter stabilizers, and they look pretty good. I saw the reviews by Stephen Han, and I thought, yeah, I'll get a set. Ordered a set from him. Then the very next day, Nika came out with a set of 14mm stabilizers. So they're the MT carbon, and I ordered a set of those as well. Shoot both at the moment. One's on one bow, one's on the other. So my outdoor bow is the Avalon ones, and the indoor bow is the MT stabilizers. Love both of them. Very little affected by wind, and the MT ones, fantastic, make the bow dead. The Nika ones are cheaper. Sorry, more budget, best way of putting it. But they come, I think it's a 30cm and a 30 inch and a 12 inch, whereas the Avalon, I think it was 32 and 15 inch for the side rods. So different sizes, but both fantastic. So I was shooting those as well. Now, I had my birthday in June. July, kept shooting, came to August, first week of August or second week, and I had some time off from work. I had about a week off to do some DIY around the house because I had to do some stuff. And I was training ready for October. I did a silly thing. I was standing on top of a step ladder, fell off. Well, I started to fall off and I thought I'm going to jump before I fall. I jumped and landed awkwardly and then caught myself on a set of drawers straight in the side, bang, and cracked a rib. Couldn't draw my bow. Saw the doctor and they said, yeah, you'll be out for a minimum of, I think it was 6 weeks. And I had about 8 weeks before the competition. So no shooting for me at all. And Yeah, I was on the painkillers, making sure I didn't move in the wrong position. I was okay for breathing, so that was good. It was just if I put any pressure on there, if I moved in the wrong direction, and I couldn't shoot. So this run up to this competition I was doing, which was a 2-day competition, 1440 and a double 720, and I couldn't train. But I wasn't going to miss out. They came, well, it's a weekend. It was a long weekend for us, luckily. Came up, went down there. I shot it. I was absolutely knackered first day. Yeah, 144 hours at 70, 60, 50 and 30. Changing target sizes. And I had a mare at 50. Yeah. That wasn't just the shooting. It was everything combined. The weather was horrendous. There was torrential rain, landslips, all this type of thing. The course was flooded. I'll put some pictures up to show you what it was like down there. That was the first day. Second day started off really, really cold. The sun came out, which was nice, and it got warm, and I got sunburnt. Crazy, I know. There was snow on the hills, and then it started, the wind picked up as well. It was just a fun weekend if you like weather when you're shooting. Good news is I came away with a bronze medal, which I didn't expect to. After no training at all for 8 weeks beforehand, jumped straight into it, shot, 288 arrows, plus some extras for warming up, and I came away with a bronze medal. I was quite a way behind the first two, and I think there was 2 points between the top two. So they shot fantastically considering the conditions, and I came next. And I had people behind me as well, which was good. That was in October, and I've been shooting since, and decided that I needed to look at my shot and try and figure out how to become more consistent. Now, I went online because I don't have any level 2, level 3 coaches here where I am. However, online there's a thing called the Online Archery Academy. Ash Morgan. Was a GB shooter, and he's come up with this program, I think is the best way of doing it, online. You can subscribe as a normal subscriber to his channel and to his academy, and every week he sends out an email with tips, and he sends out videos as well on YouTube. Bit like what I do, but he does it better. And I've learned so much, and I'm starting from scratch. So I started off with how do you hold your bow, how do you hook your fingers, how do you draw your bow, how do you stand, all this type of thing. So basics, and I've been trying to work through that. Hard work, yes, and also bow fitness. I went and did the thing that he said. So take your bow, draw it, hold it for 30 seconds, let down for 30 seconds, hold it and do it 30 times. And if you can do that with your bow, you're both fit enough to be good. When I did it with my outdoor bow, 36 pound, I managed 4.5. Crazy. But when I did it with my indoor bow at 30 pound, I managed 20. Yep. So that was a bit of an eye opener. And I've been also looking at different ways of doing it, because from what I've heard, doing that, you can damage your shoulders. I'm getting on a bit now. For juniors and older people, there has to be better ways. And one of my subscribers turned around and said, well, there's this way that the juniors in Korea do it, where they draw for a couple of seconds, so 3 to 4 seconds, let down, then up and down, and they just do this to get the movement, the strength, and this type of thing. And this is what I'm looking at doing now. At my local club, I try and get down every weekend. Today's Saturday and I should be down there today, but it's absolutely hoofing it down. That means it's raining a lot. Technical term again. And I've been helping some of the juniors out. Now on our run up to Christmas, with the support I've been getting from Nika, I purchased a bow setup, a budget bow setup, which was a 23-inch riser, some C1 limbs or C2 limbs, can't remember, at £28. Built a string up. I had a Nika sight, had a Nika stabilizers, the ST1s, all budget stuff. But I put a full setup together with a bag, with a tripod for it to stand on, a bow stand. I'll get it out in the end. And yeah, did a full bow giveaway. This went to a young man called Jan, and this was in the last video I did. And I think it went down really well. He is shooting really, really well. He does need some training, get his shot perfect. But at the moment, he is shooting mega scores. Yes, he's only shooting at 20 meters on 144 target, but he's new to archery. Yeah, but he is shooting and shooting. I asked him the other day, what's your goal on this distance and this target? And he's shooting 36 arrows. His goal was 360. At the moment, he's on 329 as a PB. So he's doing pretty well. It'll be good to get him to a greater distance and see how he gets on. And as he gets bigger and stronger, coming up in draw weight as well, it'll be great to see how he gets going. And if he stays in archery, I think he's going to be a force to be reckoned with in the future. It's a great lad. Gave away some other things as well. There was a riser, some arrows, bits and bobs, shirts, slings, pins, all from Nika. So big thank you to them. And yeah, I've had a great year. Yes, I've had some injuries. Yeah, sore shoulders, sore necks, broken ribs, just me being crazy and silly. But yeah, had a fantastic time. So that is my year so far. Do I want to get more equipment? Yes. I may look at some stage at getting a target compound bow just to have some fun. I'm going to stick with my Recurve, but it's just to have some fun. I've got a really cheap Jungsing Phoenix. It's good to fling some arrows around with that every so often, but I may well look at a toe point, Reliance or Stronghold or whatever they're called, one of those, just to see what I can score at 50 meters and that type of thing. Tell me what you want to see on the channel, please. Yep, I can do a tuning course, what I understand for tuning, from putting a bow together. I've done them before, but because I'm learning more and more all the time, I might be able to update all of my videos and show it in a better way. I can show arrows, how to make arrows, strings, all those type of things. Just tell me what you want to see and I'll see if I can do it. Money pending, because we're only a small channel and we don't get a lot of money here from YouTube, if at all. And I've not sponsored, so no money from anyone with that. So if anyone out there wants to sponsor the channel, yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Anyway, that is my 2025. Yeah, I'm going to keep shooting, try and get more bow fit, see how things go. That is it. 2024 done and dusted. Hello to everybody out there, especially everyone who's conversed with me. Anthony in Trinidad and Tobago, Joe, great, Peter, the Aussie guys as well, great to hear from you. Lots of people out there. Brent from the club, great to hear from you as well, and great to see you every Saturday when I'm down there as well. So keep shooting. It's the only way you're going to get better. Happy New Year to everyone. Hope you have a great new year. things will get really good for 2025. I will catch you next time. Bye bye for now.